Hi. Today, I want us to talk about something that touches your life every single day, even if you don't always notice it: human rights. These are the basic freedoms and protections you have, not because of your age, money, or family, but simply because you are a human being. Think of it this way: you didn't have to ask for the right to live or the right to learn, you were born with them. That's what we mean when we say human rights are universal. They belong to everyone, everywhere. They are also inalienable. Nobody should be able to take them away from you. And they are indivisible. No right is more important than the other. Your right to life, your right to education, your right to speak, they all stand together. If one is missing, the others don't work well. But who decided these rights in the first place? After the terrible destruction of World War II, world leaders agreed that such suffering should never be repeated. In 1948, they created the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a document with 30 promises to protect every human being. Ghana, as a UN member, accepted these promises, and later, when our 1992 Constitution was written, many of those rights were included. So when you hear right to work, right to own property, or freedom from discrimination, it's not just talk. It's the law of our country saying you matter. Now, why protect rights? Because rights shape the kind of society we live in. When everyone is treated fairly, there is justice. When rights are respected, people live in peace instead of fear. When you feel safe, you can go to school, get a job, and dream bigger. That's development. And when people know their rights are secure, they feel respected. That's dignity. Do you see how all of these link together? Sadly, rights are not always respected. Sometimes they are abused. Abuse means someone's right is ignored or taken away unfairly. For example, children may be made to work instead of going to school. Some girls are forced into early marriages. Women can face violence at home or be paid less for the same job. People with disabilities may be unable to enter schools or workplaces because buildings aren't built for them. And poor families may suffer hunger or be treated harshly by authorities. These aren't just problems in books. They happen in real life. Have you ever seen something like that around you? Why do abuses happen? Sometimes it's ignorance. People don't know their rights. Other times, poverty pushes people into situations where they are easily exploited. Certain old customs, even though respected by tradition, can still hurt people. And when leaders or officials misuse power, or when laws are weakly enforced, rights are trampled. This is why Ghana has systems to defend rights. CHRAJ steps in to investigate abuses and corruption. DOVIS protects victims of violence and child abuse. Parliament makes laws to keep rights safe. The courts ensure fairness. The Ministry of Gender supports children and vulnerable groups. NGOs and civil groups like Amnesty International stand up for people. And the media plays its part by informing us and exposing abuses. Together, these voices remind us that rights are not just words. They must be lived and protected. Let's look at why it's so important to protect human rights. Think of it this way: when people's rights are respected, they feel dignity, they know they matter, and that builds their self-worth. When rights are protected, there is social stability. People are less likely to fight or quarrel because they feel treated fairly. Protection of rights also supports economic development. If people are safe, they can create, innovate, and grow businesses that benefit the whole society. And finally, protecting rights strengthens democratic governance. That means fair leadership, accountability, and justice for all. Imagine a Ghana where everyone's voice is heard and respected. That's the goal. So then, how do we actually protect human rights in practice? First, through education. Teaching people their rights and responsibilities so they know what belongs to them and how to respect others. Second, by ensuring strong law enforcement. Police and courts must be fair and treat everyone equally. Third, we fight poverty because when people have jobs, healthcare, and education, they are less vulnerable to abuse. Fourth, we push for gender equality, making sure women and girls are treated just as fairly as men and boys. Fifth, there's community action. People like you and me speaking up whenever we see injustice. And finally, we need good governance. Leaders who are honest, less corrupt, and who truly serve the people. But let me ask you something. What would happen if everyone only claimed their rights, but never thought about what they owed to others? Society would quickly become unfair and chaotic. That's why rights are never complete on their own. They are always linked to responsibilities. Think of it like this. Your right is what you are given, but your responsibility is what you must give back. Rights protect you and responsibilities protect others. And together, they keep the community safe and balanced. For example, you have the right to life, but that means you must also respect other people's lives. You have the right to education, but your duty is to take school seriously and follow rules. You have the right to work, but your duty is to work honestly and contribute to Ghana's growth. Freedom of speech means you can share your thoughts, but also that you should avoid lies that cause harm. Even voting, yes, it's your right, but it's also your duty to choose wisely and accept fair results. Rights and responsibilities walk hand in hand, like two friends who cannot be separated. So, here's what I want you to remember. Human rights belong to you. Ghana's constitution protects them. But they only make sense if we also take our responsibilities seriously. Protect your own rights, respect other people's rights, and play your part in building a Ghana that is fair and strong for everyone. That's our lesson for today. Take a moment to think. In your own daily life, what is one small way you can respect the rights of others?